What's up guys, in this video we will be talking about which killers are the worst in Dead by Daylight according to Behavior. So Behavior had just released some data on which killers generally perform better and worse than others at all MMR, meaning people will generally kill less survivors using these killers at any skill level. I also did the same video but for best killers, so check that out if you haven't already. So for the 5th worst killer in the game, we have the Demogorgon at a 55% kill rate. Yeah, I always thought this dude was underpowered. I didn't think he was the best killer, but I also didn't think he was the worst, and he didn't really make it to mid-level. And yeah, just generally never thought he was that good of a killer. But recently I started using Save the Best for last on him, and that in combination with his shred ability goes really well. So for that aspect, I play a little bit better with him now. But the teleport can still be really annoying, his teleport ability, because when you go and teleport somewhere, the survivors could just remove the portal, and that's really annoying. But the shred aspect about his power is really good. You can launch and hit survivors from a long distance. You can mind game, do all kinds of stuff. You can get really good with this. So the shred is good, but his teleport's kind of annoying. Maybe put on some add-ons that'll make it hard for survivors to get rid of your portals. And yeah, you could be really good with this guy. He is still the 5th worst killer on this list. Next up, we have Doctor in the 4th spot, and he also has a 55% kill rate. And for my ranking, I always rank this dude pretty high. Not the highest, but you know, mid to high level. Nowadays, I don't really think that's the case. Maybe it's just the survivors learned how to counter his ability pretty well, because yeah, he just doesn't feel like that great of a killer anymore. He has really annoying gameplay. When you're playing against him, it's just really annoying. It's not really difficult. It's just kind of annoying. You have annoying skill checks, screaming all the time, and yeah, this guy is not as popular as a killer as he used to be, and I can kind of see why. He kind of just feels weak, and I don't know what it is. Next up, we have Billy coming at the 3rd worst killer in Dead by Daylight with a 54% kill rate. And I just made a video about this guy. I did Oni versus Billy, and both of them are really good killers. I don't think Billy is bad at all, but I do think he isn't as good as he used to be. He got nerfed some time ago, and that might have helped with it, but I also think, again, survivors learned how to counter Billy really well. Playing as Billy, survivors really know what they're doing and can get out of the way of the chainsaw, and that's what makes it really difficult for him. And also, what kind of contributes to this, he is a hard killer to play. You have to put a lot of time into him, and that's why I feel for all MMRs, he could be pretty bad, and that's why he's here. But in my opinion, he's definitely a top 10 killer. For the 2nd worst killer in the game, we have Trickster at a 53% kill rate. This is probably the killer that I agree with the most being up here. I'm just gonna say it, I think Trickster's bad. The timer is annoying. Like, let's say for Huntress, you throw a hatchet at someone and hit that person, that guy is now injured. Say you throw 4 different blades at survivors, they're still not injured yet, and there's a timer, and if that timer drains, then that survivor won't even be injured. They could run off scot-free, and you just wasted a whole lot of time. He's kind of like the spray and pray version of Huntress, except sometimes he doesn't even get to damage a survivor. And that's pretty bad in my opinion. He is a lot different though. He does have a special ability unlike Deathslinger and Huntress, where he could throw his blades at a crazy fast speed. So yeah, I feel like you can be good at this killer. I have played against a few really good tricksters, so I could definitely see him being good, but for the most part, I think he's a pretty bad killer. He is rightfully here on this list. For the worst killer in the game, in our 1st spot, we have Nurse, and she's at a 52% kill rate. And this is a slap to the face for all the top killers in the game, because she is an incredible killer. If you go and search up killer tier lists, you will generally see Nurse at the top, and there's actually a reason for that. She is the best killer in the game for sure, but the biggest downside to her is if you had never played Nurse before, and if you go and play a match as her as killer, you will get totally whooped, because she is a very hard killer to play. The skill cap is through the roof with Nurse, and it's just insane. But again, the reason why she's on here is because of that skill cap. It's really hard to get good with her her, and for that reason, people are generally not going to be killing that many survivors with this killer when they first pick her up, but maybe later down the line they will be able to. That's why I could see her being the number one on here. But man, that is crazy. Alright, I just want to let you guys know that this is not true for everybody. There's definitely hundreds of people out there who could whoop ass with these killers. This is just an average from behavior. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.